Hi everyone, welcome to World of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is the Tier 9 Russian heavy tank, the STI. Again, this is the second of my 3 replays for this beautiful Russian heavy tank, a tank which can bounce just about anything. If you watched my last replay, then you would have seen the tank block nearly 7,000 damage. In this game, playing in a platoon, a balls platoon with Andrew, who's in his M103, the American Tier 9 heavy tank, and Tugboat, who's in his French artillery, the Tier 9 Batchat. Since I'm in one of the slowest tanks in the game, I'm going to go to where I think the most action is going to happen in the nearest place to where I am, which is the southeast corner on Karelia. And I'm thinking that I'm going to be poking around the corner, using my armour to bounce shots from the enemy sides and putting damage into them while I'm doing it. Andrew's coming with me, and since his tank's a lot quicker than me and he spawned a little bit closer to the action to where I did, he's quite a fair bit ahead of me and he's going for the hill. During this battle we're talking on TeamSpeak and we're talking about what we're going to do and acting accordingly. You can see Andrew's just ahead of me here, and he's already taken long distance shots on those heavies. I'm lucky enough to get an early shot off to get 400 damage straight away, but that Chi-Ri is in totally the wrong spot for the kind of game he's in. He's a Tier 7 in a Tier 9 game. He needs to be either further back or somewhere where he can flank some of the enemy tanks, maybe where that T-54 is, just on the other side of the hill. Anyway, Andrew and myself putting some damage into the enemy side. Tugboat's just taken out that T-32, the same one that I was aiming at. He's got a very bad habit of doing that when he's in artillery. However, all of a sudden we've gone from 1 down to 1 up. We've got enough tanks on this corner, but I'm starting to look at the map and look at the northwest side, and the STA2 is rightfully pinging for help because he's on his own against 3 or 4 tanks. Now he's not, now he is dead. However, we're still holding this corner quite convincingly, and towards the northern side of the map, a lot of those tanks hopefully can get some shots onto the tanks that are on the north side of the map. Now if I was in a quicker tank, I'd be going back because there's only 2 light tanks and 2 tank destroyers defending our artillery back there, and we've already lost one of our artillery players, which is telling me that they're starting to get lit up and they're, under a real threat on the north side of the map. But Andrew and myself aren't in the quickest tanks in the game, and some of them are moving back. That Chi-Ri, who was in a very dangerous position with us trying to shoot at the enemy tanks, he's gone back, and hopefully he'll be able to do some good stuff back there. At the moment the scores are level at 5 apiece. I can see the STI, I know what the armour's like there, so I'm not going to take a rough snapshot just to bounce off his turret. Maybe I do. I pull back and I realise we're losing 5-7 here. Andy and myself the only ones here, apart from that Ferdinand behind us who's backing us up. We've spotted some of their artillery. That's mainly because our T-71 is YOLO'd all the way down to their base and has lit up some of their arties, and they're running back. But looking back towards our base, there's only a Jag Tiger 88 there with the GW Panther, the German Tier 8 artillery. We're comprehensively getting done here. Looking at the map, there's quite a few approaching on our base, and there's a couple coming up our way as well. I've just been hit by artillery. That's the first hit that I've had which has done any damage, which was only for 600, which isn't too bad considering I've got 1900 to play with. Tugboat's taken one out in his French artillery, and I think the Jag Tiger might have as well, because all of a sudden we're even at 8 apiece. I take a wild snapshot of that T-54 and somehow make it land for 500 odd damage, and then I'm moving up to this position where I can get hull down. I can use some of this terrain to try to hide my lower plate and get shots off, especially to that STI to my right, who is on pretty high health and has been putting a fair amount of damage into our team. I bounce a shot. Andrew knows that I bounce a shot because we're talking on TeamSpeak, so he scoots around and puts a shot into the side. Now, as the STI turns to face Andrew, I shoot and miss, which is not unusual for me. I really should have either slowed down and aimed, or even just used auto aim, but he's still focused on Andrew, so I can put another 450 damage into him from the side. They've all just shot. I know, I can tell my reload mod that I've got plenty of time to reload. So does Andrew. I'm letting him know that. Take out another 440 damage, and Andrew takes the kill, which is what he normally does when I do all the work. That IS-6 is on low health, so I'm happy to take a shot because I know I can kill him in one shot. And now all of a sudden, from what was looking pretty bad, we're down by quite a few tanks. All of a sudden we're up 12-10. And now I don't know why I didn't shoot then. I really don't, looking at the replay. I think Andrew needed to, or somebody needed to kill an artillery for their mission. Maybe that's why. I'm not sure, but all of a sudden I'm down to 9% health, so I need to be really careful here. Andrew's not on very high health either. He takes the kill on the artillery. I can tell the T-30's just fired, so I put another shot into him. We're comprehensively winning here now, but 14-10. With a bit of teamwork, with a bit of communication through TeamSpeak. I have a look around the corner. I've spotted him again. He's spotted me. I can tell that because of my sixth sense. And he fires, so I move forward again. He's using that dead tank as cover. I take a shot, but it either bounces or it misses totally. Andrew's fired as well. I can see that the T-30 is just about reloaded. Unfortunately, I poke around the corner at just the wrong time, and he kills me. Luckily, I don't crack the shits because I can see the scoreboard. I can see we've still got 4 tanks against him. Andrew kills him. A great feeling, killing the last tank of the game. He does a great job, and we end up winning the game. Looking at the post-game battle results, you can see we worked quite well together. 1149 base experience in my premium account. Not too bad. It's only a 3rd class mastery badge, but I think looking at the context of the game, how Andy and myself were holding that flank, I think I did my job. Looking at the second screen, Andrew got 5 kills, an awesome game by him, nearly 4,000 damage, which has also been an M103. It's a tank that I didn't really have a great deal of success in. Nearly 3,000 damage for myself. Tugboat didn't get a huge amount of damage at 1,656, but he got 3 kills, which is probably what saved the game, especially in those tight situations where when we were down by a few tanks about halfway through the game, working together, talking together and working out what we're going to do, that really made the difference. Looking at the final battle results screen, I fired 16 shots, 14 of them hit, which is good for me, but only 7 of those 14, only half of those shots penetrated. So I think if I had aimed a little bit better and maybe picked my target a bit better, I would have probably had a better game. But all in all, it was a good result. It was only a quick game, 7.5 minutes. Healthy profit for a mediocre game, 11,500 profit bottom line. But you can see if I didn't have a premium account, that would have been a loss credits wise. But talking and using TeamSpeak to make the game a little bit more cohesive and making our plans come together always works well. You can see the picture of me, Andy and Tugboat there. I hope you've enjoyed this replay. I certainly did. Thanks for watching. Take care and bye for now.